have no idea what I'm going to say, but I know I need to say it.
Sorry ass DJ.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is my second attempt at making this video because I went off on a tangent in the last one. So I don't want to do that because this video is made because in 4 days it'll be the anniversary of my mother's passing from COVID. Now, just recently I went through COVID myself, and it knocked me, really all I can say is it kicked my ass. It really did. I had a bad fever. I had a really bad sore throat. I luckily didn't have any breathing problems, didn't really get in my lungs. I do credit the vaccine for that. I'm vaccinated, did not get the booster shot, which I guess there's no need now since I've had COVID. But it hit me hard, and it's made me think about my mom and what she must have gone through. And with hers, I believe this is Omicron that hit me. Definitely wasn't what hit her, and how much harder it must have been for her to go through it, because even without any breathing problems, it knocked me on my ass. I had a really bad fever, cough. I vomited. My throat hurt more than it's ever hurt before. Luckily, I was taking medication to prevent a headache. I didn't get the headache that accompanies it, the Omicron, a lot. But I think it's Omicron because I also did not lose my taste or smell. Luckily, I can still drink my Dr. Pepper, which I need to cut down on. Neither here nor there. But I wanted to kind of go just a little bit into another topic. And I made a video recently about deleting social media, and I said, I think 4 or 5 reasons why I did it. But one I neglected to say, and it kind of falls under the last topic I talked about, which is mental health. I think that one of the hardest things about losing my mother, of course, everything has been hard. Right afterwards, it was extremely difficult. My birthday was hard. Her birthday was hard. Christmas it hit me so much harder than I thought. I couldn't even go and see my family on Christmas because every year I would go and see my dad and my sister and my mom. And I couldn't make that trip knowing that that stop was going to be left off. So I didn't go. And so I didn't get to see any of my family on Christmas, which was also hard. But going back to social media, a big reason I deleted it was that I'm seeing all these people downplay the virus that took my mother's life, or arguing about the vaccine and whether or not it works, or if everybody's lying to us. And look, I don't care. Okay? I got the vaccine. I made the decision that I felt was right for me, and you make the decision that you feel like is right for you. I'm done arguing about it because obviously no minds are going to be changed. But seeing people say what they want to say about the virus and everything like that, that's acquaintances, people like that. It's whatever. What really hurts is seeing family members talk about it, especially family members that knew my mother, and You know I'm friends with you on Facebook. You know I'm seeing this. And you don't seem to really care. And really should think before you post. But I don't have to worry about me anymore. Because I'm off social media. And over the past month or so that I've been off, over a month, I can tell you I'm not going back. It's so much easier this way. It's so much easier to see good in people rather than seeing them and just immediately thinking bad things. But said I didn't know what I wanted to say, just that I needed to say it. And what it really all boils down to is I miss her. I miss the talks. I miss the trips to visit her. And every day something reminds me of her. And sometimes I'm able to smile. Sometimes I just cry. 1 year, it hasn't gotten any easier. I know it's kind of cliche to say, but hug your family. Tell them you love them. If you're going through any sort of disagreements or you're not talking to somebody in your family because of something really in the end pointless, pick up the phone. Send them a text, something. Just let them know you're thinking about them. Let them know you love them. Because you never know when it could be it, you know? When I was a little kid, I almost died choking on a lifesaver. Irony at its finest. But I didn't. You know, at that point, moment in time, I'm sure some family members thought that was it for me. But for it to happen in the opposite way, where one moment they're fine, a few weeks later, they're not there anymore, it can come quick, man. So, tell your family you love them while you still have a chance. You know, I wish I'd been able to talk to her more near the end there. With her having trouble breathing and everything like that, I felt like me calling was just a waste of her oxygen. So I had to work 2:30 to 10:30. Mostly the time she was awake and active, I was working. I still got to talk to her. I still have a voicemail. A year later, it's still saved. Every time I get a voicemail and I check it, I always delete the new message. And as soon as her message starts, I hear the sound before she speaks, and I immediately hit the number 9 button to save that message. And sometimes I listen to it if I'm in a place where I can cry. Sometimes I cry, sometimes I smile. Grief is a very weird thing, and you never know. It's different every day. It's different every day. Sometimes I think about her and I just think of a moment and that's it. And then the next day I can think of that same moment and smile. The next day I can think of that same moment and cry. It's gonna happen differently every day. Maybe not for you, because it hits people differently too. I don't know how long this video is. I don't know how long it's gonna be. Because once again, didn't know what I came here to say. But, we'll say, first video I made this did not honor her memory. Because something grabbed hold of me. I believe grabs hold of a lot of people, and I'm not going to really touch on this, but don't let politics control your life. Realize that the politicians are saying things that are going to get them voted in, and that's really all it is. Don't put all your faith in politics. Put your faith in Jesus Christ. Because I know my mom's in heaven. Now I wonder things like, can she hear me? Is she proud of me? Weird things like, is bird watching cool in heaven? Like, can you look down on earth and watch birds? Now I don't know if you can look down on earth and all of its sin, but I mean, birds aren't sinners. Some of them, though, they'll attack you, huh? Kind of wonder. She loved watching birds. She loved bird watching. Sometimes I'll find myself looking out the window. The other day I saw a cardinal. Like, she will like that cardinal. Not as much as bluebirds, though. Those were favorites. You'll see them a lot, especially where we lived. It was like a treat every time she got to see a bluebird. But yeah, I wonder if she gets to see those every day now. I don't know. No one knows what heaven's like except for the people that are there. So, I will see her again. I will. But she had very strong faith. She did. Part of the reason I got saved, not at the time I got saved, right? She wasn't there. She had nothing to do with me going to church that day. But growing up, all the time she took us to church, I heard those services. Those were seeds that were planted, you know? I feel like to get saved, you have to really kind of know about Jesus. And I learned about Jesus all those Sundays. Even if I didn't believe, I heard. You know, I heard the good news. So, it's where our faith should be, guys. Not in politicians, which it seems like it's where we are. People worship politicians now. False idolatry. I've made a whole video about it. But politics don't save. Politics aren't honest. Why put our faith in flawed politicians when we could put our faith into the one being that ever walked a perfect life? Perfect life. Jesus. He didn't make mistakes. He didn't squabble in politics. Why should we? Miss her. I do. And I always will. Until it's my last day, I'm gonna miss her. And this video doesn't serve a purpose to you. Unless maybe you're dealing with grief. If you are dealing with grief, it gets better. It gets easier to deal with. But it doesn't end. So know that. And I just want to be honest with you. The tears a year later feel just as real and just as painful as the tears immediately after. But it's not every day, and it's not every moment. I was somewhat prepared. The day she told me she had COVID, I started preparing myself. Because I always knew if she got it, she probably wouldn't recover. But now I've had it. It was my turn. Luckily, my wife didn't get it. That's a miracle. I mean, first I wasn't kissing her. It hit me quick, guys. It hit me on a Monday. And I'll go into this real quick. I was out running errands. I went to Home Depot, get fire extinguishers, pick up stuff from the old apartment where we just moved. And I felt fine. I felt sore, but I thought maybe I slept wrong or just been working hard, and I was just sore from that. And ran all the errands, everything like that, and I was coming home and I started feeling even more sore. I was like, something might not be right. And then I stopped and got gas, and that's when I decided I might be sick. I might have something. 20 minutes later, when I got home, I started feeling dizzy. I was pretty sure I had a temperature and a fever. I was like, okay, I definitely have something. And I took a test, and it was positive for COVID. So it can itch quick. Don't know where I got it. I mean, people kind of don't really mask up anymore. So, and even if I'm wearing one, it's kind of like pointless. Because, I mean, not pointless, but I can still get it just as easily if 50 people around me aren't. Not here to argue masks efficiency, but, I got it somewhere, and, rough. Man, these past 2 days of working have been rough. First day I come back was the day before yesterday. I have a day off today. Day before yesterday, I come back, right? Still having stomach problems. I think I pooped 4 times that day, and I ate 2 bags of Cheez-Its. That was it. And it wasn't even at the times I was supposed to eat. Luckily, my operator was super cool about it. And I was like, look, I'm probably going to have to go to the bathroom. He's like, that's totally cool. And I'm like, I might have to go eat something when I can. He's like, that's totally cool. And so, he was totally cool with me doing those things. So, thank you. He's probably not watching. Chances are. But, and then yesterday, day before yesterday, I was so tired the entire day. I didn't get to sleep until about after 11 the day before I went back to work. And for those who don't know, I have to wake up at 5 in the morning. So I went to bed after 11, got up at 5, which I do occasionally, but not when I'm dealing with this. So I was exhausted, but I went to work. I worked my full 12 hours, and I went home. I slept I got to sleep a lot easier that night. And then last night, yesterday, I don't think I went to the bathroom. My stomach's growling right now. But I ate more. I ate about half of what I normally eat for lunch. And my second break, I ate pretty much just as much. I ate something different, but it was probably just as much as I normally do on my second break, because I don't normally eat as much on my second break. But yeah, I went and I worked my full 12 hours. Now I have today off, and I have to work 2 more days, and I'll have 3 days off. And I'm feeling a whole lot better as far as the COVID goes. So there we go. I went off on a tangent, but that's a tangent I'm comfortable going off on. that tangent in the first video, I was not. I got angry. And that's not honoring my mother. So, that's the video, guys. That's what I wanted to say, I guess. What I had to say. By any chance, like I said, I don't know what people see from heaven, but Mom, if you're watching this, I love you. And I miss you. I'll see you again. To everybody else, tell your family you love them. And I'll see you guys in the next video, and hopefully it won't be as depressing. See you guys later.